It happened during the quietest storm of the year, the kind that doesn't roar, doesn't rage. It just arrives without warning, blanketing everything like the world needed a reset button. I was washing dishes, staring out the kitchen window at the motion lights getting set off from giant snowflakes falling, when I heard the fastest little footsteps on earth sprinting down the hallway. Malachi burst in first, sliding across the kitchen floor like a fearless 5-year-old superhero whose cape was missing because he'd used it as a blanket fort wall earlier. Mom, he shouted, practically vibrating. The snow is stacking, like high, so high. He raised his hands as if explaining a massive fish he'd caught. Before I could respond, Micaiah padded in, wrapped in her purple blanket, hair wild, eyes glowing with that 8-year-old, old soul crystal kid, knowing she carries without trying. Can we go out? She murmured. No demand, just hope, a fragile, beating thing. I opened my mouth with the usual mom noise. It's late, guys. It's cold. We should probably. But I am far from a normal, boring old mom. I toy with them a bit like they were asking me to go out and rob a bank. I have to be honest. I think sometimes I get more excited than they do. It was like these beautiful children, my beautiful children, weren't asking to play. They were asking for something deeper. They wanted only time and attention from their mom, from me. These children who saved me from another 2 decades of addiction and incarceration were now asking me for something. Something so simple that brings us all so much joy. Fine, I smiled while drying my hands. Let's get suited up. We ripped through the house like a tiny, chaotic army, boots flying, gloves mysteriously disappearing, coats somehow inside out, zippers refusing to cooperate, as if zippers have a personal vendetta against moms everywhere. Micaiah gets my snow pants, jacket, mitts, and my silly mommy shark hat that I only wear when in the snow with the kids. Then she was on to Malachi's gear while I made sure he used the potty before getting in his gear. She brought everything down into the garage where we began suiting up. Meanwhile, the storm outside grew heavier, the snowflakes fat and slow, drifting like feathers from a sky that finally exhaled after holding its breath too long. Micaiah steadied her little brother, her voice soft, patient. Come here, let me fix your hat. It's backwards again. I like it backwards, he argued, crossing his arms. She rolled her eyes and murmured, It's literally sideways, Malachi. Their bickering, sweet, messy, real, hit me hard. It was the soundtrack of a life I never in a million years thought could be mine. When we finally opened the garage door, a rush of cold air slammed into us, sharp and breathtaking. The kind of cold that wakes you up from the inside out. And for a moment, just a moment, we stood there in the doorway, frozen not from temperature, but from awe. The whole neighborhood looked washed clean, soft, silent, unbroken. Mom, Micaiah whispered, her breath forming little clouds. It looks brand new out here. And just then, I realized something. She wasn't talking about the snow. Another adventure. I was always bringing them on adventures. We trudged into the yard in a line, boots sinking into untouched powder. The wind kept shifting, almost nudging us forward like, keep going, don't stop here. Malachi flopped backward, instantly making a snow angel with full body commitment. Look, he yelled, I made a me! Meanwhile, Micaiah walked ahead, spinning slowly like she was trying to catch the sound of the snowflakes landing. She lifted her face to the sky, closed her eyes, listened. Mama, she murmured, do you hear that? Hear what? The quiet. And she was right. The storm had an eerie kind of hush to it, not empty, not lonely, but full. Like the world wasn't silent, it was listening. We stayed outside longer than we planned. They both would come running whenever there was a breach and snow was getting to their skin, and despite the cold, I would take off my mitts and fix it for them, no matter how many times they came running. That's what moms do. They pushed me down the front hill on my butt so I could make an icy path for them to slide down. We built lopsided snow families. We lied together in the snow, snuggling and enjoying the silence, the beauty, one another. We played tag in the dark. We laughed so loud that one neighbor flicked their porch light on, then off, choosing not to ruin the moment. Eventually, we ended up lying under the red maple on the front hill, all three of us sweaty under our gear, breath silvering the air. Malachi rested his head on my arm. Micaiah leaned into my other side, eyes growing droopier by the second. Why does snow make everything feel better? She wondered aloud. I didn't have a scientific answer. I didn't have a poetic one prepared. But I felt something crack open in me, a truth I'd forgotten I knew. So I confessed. Because snow reminds us we can start over, no matter what happened yesterday. She thought about that, eyes reflecting the streetlight glow. Mom, do you ever need to start over? I swallowed hard. More times than you know, I murmured. But tonight feels like we actually did. Here's the truth I learned from a midnight snowstorm with my babies. 98.9% of the time, good parents make it up as we go, and 99.9% of that time, what we come up with makes more sense than we could have imagined. Almost as though something deep within is giving us the answers we didn't know we were seeking or that we needed to hear. Life doesn't give us fresh starts. People do. Moments do. Nights like this do. The world didn't magically fix itself. We didn't step into another dimension, not this time anyway. No glowing snow trails, no ancient whispers. Just a mom who cherishes every magical second with her little lifesavers. Two little souls who saved her from herself, and a storm that covered the earth in a reminder. You're allowed to begin again, as many times as it takes. And sometimes, all it takes is stepping out into the cold with the people you love most.